More of what the mainstream media won't talk about. Welcome to Hide and Seek Media. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the show. I'm your host Hyde. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the topic and this video. Today we're going to be talking about the mainstream media and what they like to ignore when it comes to stories.
And believe me, most of the media just doesn't show you this stuff.
Or how they like to frame stories to where they can steer you in a direction that they want instead of actually telling you the truth and exposing all bad things for what they are, no matter who is doing them, right? So the reason I bring all this up is there's a story out in the media that just came out July 1st, right? So Manhattan prosecutors charged Trump Organization and CFO Alan Weisselberg with 15 felony counts, including scheme to defraud and grand larceny. All right, so basically, the Manhattan DA has been looking into the Trump Organization for a while, trying to nail Trump on some kind of criminal charge to stop him from running for president in 2024, right? They're desperate. They're going to do anything they can do to stop President Trump from running again in 2024, right? They have to keep him out of office, because if they get him in office again, if he gets back into office, he is going to wreck what the establishment has built. There is no doubt. They got a little taste of what he could do in the 4 years that he was president, and they are terrified of what's going to happen if he does become president again in 2024.
4 more years of Donald Trump will go down as an aberration. Hard to overcome the damage he's done, but we can overcome it. 8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way.
So they're doing everything they can, and this is just another one of those attacks, right? So in this story, right, the summary points, Manhattan prosecutors on Thursday charged Trump Organization and its CFO with 15 felony counts. The charges against them include scheme to defraud, conspiracy, and grand larceny. The organization and the CFO pleaded not guilty. Okay? So here are some of the counts that they talk about, right? So 1 count, scheme to defraud in the 1st degree. 1 count of conspiracy in the 4th degree. 1 count of grand larceny in the 2nd degree. 4 counts of criminal tax fraud in the 3rd degree. 4 counts of offering a false instrument for filing in the 1st degree. 4 counts of falsifying business records in the 1st degree. So basically, right, 12 of the 15 felony counts all come down to basically the CFO supposedly getting payments that he wasn't paying taxes on, right? So and they call it a sweeping and audacious payment scheme. So basically, he didn't have to pay rent. That was covered by the company. I don't really see the problem in that. Now, I don't know the details. I'm not 100% on the details. That is what I gathered from the information that I've read through a couple of these other stories. From what I understand, a lot of law firms and stuff do this as well. So it's not uncommon for these things to occur, for companies to own apartment buildings or own apartments in cities and then have their employees or partners stay in them without having to actually pay any rent. I mean, I don't really see the issue in that, but from what I gather, that is what a lot of this stemmed about. So Donald Trump Jr., this says, attempts to paint charges as a banana republic, stuff. So he goes on to say he appeared on Fox, was charged with fraud and other financial crimes. Trump Jr. called the charges political persecution that might happen in a banana republic. And I mean, I kind of get that, because no other president, right, has been gone after like this. I don't remember the Republicans or Democrats or anybody in the government or any law firm or any of that is really going hard at the Clinton Foundation as far as, you know, trying to prosecute the Clintons for all of the crazy wrongdoings that they've done, right? I mean, hell, Hillary violated, you know, national law by having her own private email server and, you know, bypassing national security regulations and all that, and nothing happened to her, right? So we're talking about Trump paying for his employees' rent. I mean, it seems kind of a stretch, right? Security clearance violation, paying somebody's rent. See where the two don't correlate? And then, you know, we have, I mean, and it just goes on for Trump, right? This is what I'm getting at, right? Is the media is going after Trump. Why? You have to start asking yourself, why did they go after him like this? Why didn't they go after Hillary like this? Why didn't they go after Bill Clinton like this? Why didn't they go after George W. Bush like this after he left, right? Why didn't they go after Obama after he left? And even George W. Bush, right? They didn't go after him. You know why? I'll tell you why. Reason why George W. Bush really didn't, or they didn't really attack George W. Bush, is because he helped feed and support this crap. I mean, hell, he put Hunter Biden on the board of Amtrak when he was president. What in the hell does Hunter Biden have? And his reasoning was because Hunter Biden rode the train a lot because he lived in Delaware and had to ride the train into D.C. all the time and blah, blah, blah. That makes you qualified to be on the board of Amtrak because you rode the train a lot? I mean, man, if that's all the qualifications it takes to get on the board of directors for something, sign me up, man. There's a lot of stuff that I use on a regular basis that I should be on the board of directors for that company then. And that's all the qualifications it took to put Hunter Biden on the board of Amtrak, then I should be on the board of Samsung, right? I mean, let's go. Come on now. George W. Bush, part of the establishment, part of this group that wants to steer the country away from its principled ideals and founding. I, for one, like the principles that this country was founded on. I firmly believe in the Constitution. I mean, there's no other country on the planet, okay, on the planet that has had a Constitution that has lasted longer than the United States of America. There's a reason for that, okay? It's not because it was flawed, okay, because it was flawed. That's why we have amendments. But it's because the inalienable rights that were given to us by that document, we will forever fight and die for. That is the epitome of being an American. That it all boils down to the rights of the individual. And you're never going to be able to take that away. But that's what they're trying to do. But it's because he was wrecking the system. That's why they go after him. That's why they go after his kids. I mean, look, you've got this story right here. Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. were close to being charged with felony fraud. Okay? Close to being charged with felony fraud. Did you see any story about Hunter Biden being charged with anything? You know, peddling influence? Did you see Joe Biden being charged with anything for withholding, money to Ukraine unless they fired some prosecutor? Tit for tat, quid pro quo, right?
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired.
Can't have that. But nothing happened to them. But yet they're going to charge Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. with felony fraud. One billionaire makes it into office and starts shaking everything up, and the establishment goes crazy. They go crazy, right? So you have Hunter Biden, right? 2014, he gets put on the board of Burisma, a Ukraine gas company, getting paid $50,000 a week. Okay, to be on the board of this Ukraine company. Okay, this is also around the time that Joe Biden makes that threat. But the way the mainstream media frames it, what Joe did is not the same as what Trump did. Trump didn't even ask for anything. He just said, hey, I think you ought to look into this, man. It was something's kind of weird there. Joe said, you better do this or you don't get this. That's the actual definition of quid pro quo. You give me something, I give you something, right? Donald Trump just said, hey, I think you ought to look into this. There's something crazy going on here. So that's why I make t-shirts like this one right here. And you can find them all in this link right down below. All the proceeds go to support this channel and help me grow, so I appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell and smash that share button, man. Let's get this content out there and make sure that other people see this video so that my channel can grow and more people can be awakened to the problems of mainstream media and the wokeness of the left. So it all boils down to biases, right? The mainstream media has a Democrat left-leaning bias. They want the country steered in that direction. They want to go in this one world order kind of direction. They want one government for the entire world, like the World Economic Forum. They want to be in power. And so they'll do whatever they have to make sure that the sheep out there don't know the truth or only hear the media's truth, right? The media's version of the truth. And that's why we need more people like me doing more channels like this out there on more platforms so that there is a voice out there that is speaking the truth. There is a voice out there that is speaking about America first, right? Let's worry about this country before we worry about the other crap. And let's focus on getting everything fixed here before we start focusing on everybody else, right? That's how we should be. That's how this country should be right now. For the next 15, 20 years, we should be worrying on this country, making the roads the best they can be, making the schools the best they can be, making jobs the best they can be, both working environment and pay. That's what we should be focusing on here, is this country. Not worrying about sending $10 million to Pakistan for gender studies. Look, I'm sorry, but sometimes you have to say no to people. Sometimes you have to say no for the betterment of your own. That's why we elect you people to do this, right? That's why we have elections and we pick representatives, because we want people to go to the government that will represent us and take the country in the direction we want to take it. The problem is places like where I live in Oklahoma, we don't have a large population, so we don't get a large say in the government, right? We don't have as many House representatives as, say, California or New York, because our population is smaller. But that doesn't mean our voice shouldn't be any quieter, right? We should be heard just as loud as everybody else. And that's why I made this channel, right? That's why I do what I do, and that's why I'm reaching out to you guys, and I'm thankful for all of you guys who subscribe and tune in every day. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the topic and this video. If you haven't already, share this video. Make sure that other people get this content so that my channel can grow. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.